and I have Ifeoma Onyejekwe. She's a fixed income trader at UBA. She joins me now to give us a sense of how investors are positioning in the midweek in Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time, Ifeoma.
Thank you so much, Ken, for having me.
All right, now let's just run through what you expect so far, how the market has played out so far this week.
Well, this week was awash with liquidity. On Monday, FAC allocation payments came in. Industry figure was about 350 billion. We also had OMO maturity payments of about 53.8 billion, which came in on Tuesday. But surprisingly, the liquidity was not enough to propel activity in the markets, because participants had already, slated that liquidity to take care of prior obligations. So market was generally mute. We observed some slight bearish sentiments for players that did not have enough money. There was interest for some longer dated OMO bills, but supply was not sufficient to meet the demand. We also observed some few bearish sentiments on the T-bill side.
Right, but looking at how the market has gone down today, how are investors positioning?
Could you come again?
Looking at how the market is playing out today, how are investors positioning?
I really did not hear you.
All right, I just wanted to know how investors are positioning for the markets today.
Oh yeah, well, we expect the liquidity to reduce, and there's also an expected OMO auction tomorrow. So we expect investors to come out strongly in that space, since there was a lot of interest for OMO bills. We also expect CRR debits by the central bank, so that will also affect, the level of rates in the markets.
All right, on the currency front, though, what is your outlook for the naira?
Sorry?
On the currency front, what is your outlook for the naira?
For the naira, we'll continue, watching to see how the CBN continues to intervene. They've been strong in the INE space, and they've said that they are doing everything in their part to ensure the stability of the naira.
All right, now looking at external developments, I'd just like you to speak to what we expect from the U.S. Fed. We're expecting that big announcement around tapering today. But what do you think is going to play out, and how does that impact Nigeria?
Well, I expect rates to be maintained at 0.25%. In their September FOMC meeting, they said they were going to, taper by about 15 billion, 10 billion in treasury securities, and 5 billion in agency mortgage-backed securities. Market expects there to be a hike in rates if they embark on their tapering, and that might affect us in with corporations as well as federal government that want to go to the international market to borrow. We might not get at the low rates that we expect, and if rates are hiked in the US, then people would prefer to go there than invest in Nigeria bonds or other developing country bonds.
Right, but let's come back home now and looking at what we can expect for the market next week in terms of liquidity.
Well, I expect the market to be a little tight. If the CBN embarks on its CRR debit, then would enter the market likely in double digits. In the money market space, it was single digits all through this week compared to double digits last week. So if the CRR debit takes place, we'll go back to single digits rates and tightness in the markets.